So the number of times I've had to take people through how to brace is numerous. What I've found is the dead bug is probably one of the best ways to teach someone how to brace. The problem with bracing is people associate it with breathing. Now with the dead bug, eventually I want you to not rely on your breath at all. So let me demonstrate what I mean and how breathing and bracing are completely separate things, but to use them in combination, especially when we're going for very heavy weight, it's a spine-loaded movement, is what we need to do. The dead bug is going to help us get there by understanding that breathing and bracing are completely separate things. So the way I'm going to teach it, hand underneath, brace against. So you should be able to do this without moving at all. Try and feel the muscles push against your hand, which in turn pushes your hand into the floor. All limbs up, but obviously are not tucked under yourself. And then we're going to go opposite limbs. So I'm going to go right arm, left leg down. As I do that, I should be able to keep this brace on. I should be able to hold a conversation during, whilst keeping that brace. It's a lot easier said than done. So I'm going to try not to rely on my breath, but still keep that brace. If this is too difficult, then this is what I want you to do. Big breath in. Breathe out at the top. It should be easier to brace, but we don't want to rely on the breath to brace, which is why eventually I want you to be able to do this, keep bracing, and keep a conversation going. Once you've mastered that, if it does come somewhat comfortable, then we're going to come down, breathe all your air out, keep that brace on, and when you need to come up and breathe, then come up and breathe, but that means we're not relying on the breath at all to stabilize the spine, to push those muscles out. That's the dead bug. Learn to brace. Don't cheat. So again, hand underneath, all limbs up. Try not to lift your hips off the floor and just push your back in. Anyone can do that. So your hips should be on the floor. You might find a bit uncomfortable and want to push your knees back a little bit, but don't cheat by reaching for your hand. We want to be able to push down into your hand using your musculature rather than using your position. I hope that makes sense.